recreational things, so that might be one of the ways that I can get my own recreation in, because I know I've always got things going on in terms of keeping the mind going, but I need to keep the body going as well. So definitely this sounds like it could be some fun exercise and just enjoyable outing kind of time. So you will definitely be seeing me hopefully this week coming up, that I'll make an appearance and introduce myself and everything of that nature. But I look forward to being a regular there, and I might have some ideas as well for some other holes in terms of creativity, and I know some friends of mine will. So I'll definitely be passing that on, because I know I just did a history walk a week ago with Tara, who's doing some stuff about making the whole area more walkable. And we did a tour with Aya Shabu and the Hayti area. So there we're talking about some things that are historical that you have not mentioned, like Malcolm X coming to town and some other kind of historical things that might be some interesting hole-in-one. So I might have some ideas for that as well. So look forward to talking to you in the near future, and glad that you could appear on our podcast.
Yeah, thanks for having me, and please introduce yourself when you come in. We can't wait to meet you.
I will definitely do that.
Thanks, everyone. Have a great rest of your evening. Bye-bye.
All
Thank
right, you too.
Hey, Dean. So that's the golf course that's coming our way. So they're going to be doing some recreational stuff, and it should be some fun kind of things going on. I was hoping that Mush King, who's got a podcast, would be giving us a call, but I haven't heard from him. And, of course, I've got that one of our people that we've been trying to catch them forever, and I'm waiting to see if they're going to call. But we got a few minutes. If you want to just run a quick ad again, maybe put Nikki's ad on, and we'll see if any of the other people call. Otherwise, we'll just discuss for maybe 10 or 15 minutes some of the goings-on in the world. But if you want to run a couple of more ads, and then we'll see where we go from there.
No problem. I'll do that right now, man. And we'll start with the portfolio group. Right?
Are you enjoying the smoothest conversation in podcasting? Straight Talk with Dean and Mark. Hi, this is DJ Smooth Jazz, syndicated radio host and co-owner of Portfolio Group, LLC, your smooth jazz lifestyle and entertainment group with offices in Durham, North Carolina. Portfolio Group, LLC specializes in promoting the lifestyle of smooth jazz listeners with the promotion of smooth jazz events and the distribution of African-American-owned wines. For more information, portfoliogroupllc.com, or you can swing by my secondary site, djsmoothjazz.com. Now back to Straight Talk with Dean and Mark.
This is Nikki Hall, founder of Simply Radiant LLC, a woman with great passion and skill to make you look and feel better. Meet me where you are. Let's take it to another level, a new you. See you soon. Call 919-971-6243. Make your place today.
All right, well, we're back, man. We got 27 minutes, 26 minutes, actually.
Yeah, we got some minutes, so we'll see whether our folks call. I'm actually going to reach out to some of them via email and see what's going on, if I can find them on the lovely wonders of the Internet. But what have you been fascinated by in terms of the wonderful world of the nation and the country? You've always got some stuff that you've been following, and you're thinking about this is interesting, because I know we're up to some ridiculous amount of candidates. I did have a conversation with my brother, and he told me that he would like to see, because he's liking her viewpoint, Elizabeth Warren do well, but, he's not thinking that, unfortunately, he's not sure that the public is ready for that. And he actually was also fans of the guy that's coming out of the LGBT community, and I'm trying to remember his name. Peter begins with a B.
Okay.
But he's one of the. Go ahead. I said he's one of the newer candidates, but then he's afraid that we're going to be stuck with either Biden or Bernie. But he's thinking more Biden, and he's thinking right now. I want to say he told me that he's thinking right now it could be a Biden-Kamala ticket. Of course, this is all, guessing.
Yeah, it's a rough guess, man, because I don't know. One is okay, the other one I don't really care for. So, it's like I said, when it gets closer to that time and we get to see who's really in that running to run for president, then we'll be able to see, you know, instead of all of these people in there, and it's like you don't know who is what right now. Everybody's promising stuff, and I'm going to fight for this, and I'm going to do that. But like I said, we got over a year, man. So
we got over a year. We got over a year, and apparently Marianne, I want to say she's like into like maybe not astrology, but kind of like a holistic kind of background. She's one of Oprah's people, and apparently she's reached the threshold that she can actually be in the debates because the Democrats have a certain, I want to say it's a certain either amount of people or a financial amount that you have to raise, and it might be both, but she has gotten that. So this lady that's definitely a long shot has apparently made enough noise that she's going to be able to at least be on the stage whenever we get to these debates, which are going to be crazy anyway because it's going to be like what when the Republicans ran and the one that Trump won, they had what, like at the beginning 16 or 17 in the debates, and it could be that many, if not more, in the Democratic one this time around.
Yeah. I just say, you know, when I start talking about that stuff, man, it's like, what are they gonna do for the people? Are you serious? Are you seriously for the people? You know what I mean? Don't sell us lies. Don't sell us feel-good stories. I don't want to hear about how you grew up. I really don't care about none of that stuff. I really don't care about what you've done up to this point. What do you plan to do for the people? You know, as we see, you don't have to have a successful record with doing anything to run for president.
No, because so far we've had a reality. So far we've had a reality star, our current one, and we've had a ex-actor. We've had a peanut farmer. So yeah, we've had a variety of people with different kinds of job backgrounds. I mean, yeah, we've had some of the more traditional politicos. You know, some ex-governors. Well, the actor was also an ex-governor. But yeah, we've had some people with some definitely interesting kind of backgrounds, particularly I'd say over the last 20 to 30 years.
Yeah, it's been interesting. It's been interesting.
Yeah, and it's, but I mean, I'm all for grassroots. I mean, that's one of the things I loved about Obama is we had somebody that came out of the actual grassroots background. So I'm all for people coming actually from the grassroots. And like I said, my brother said, I'm all for people that actually, like you just mentioned, actually got real ideas. You know, I don't want you just giving me an idea and then not having any way that you're going to carry out the idea. So at least that's one thing I can say, and I agree with my younger brother on that, that she's not just coming up with ideas, she's coming up with ideas and she's actually coming up with a plan for the idea. So it's not like just, I got this idea and y'all guess as to how we going to fund it. She's actually telling you how it's going to be funded and what her plan is. Now, some of the plans may not be as feasible as others, but I'm just glad that she got a plan. Because, you know, there's a lot of other folks out here that don't have a plan in the least bit, or they give us a platitude of a plan. So it's like, you know, something that they think we want to hear, not something that is actually realistic.
I just going to listen real intently, man, and very critical ears so that I can make an informed decision, and hopefully everyone will do the same. You know,
that's what I'm hoping too.
To hell with voting a party line. To hell with all of that stuff. In fact, it's already kind of discriminatory to me, I guess. Being an independent voter, I can't vote in a primary election unless I declare a party. It doesn't make sense to me. You know what I'm saying? I don't ascribe to that.
So you actually got to declare that doesn't sound fair. So you have to declare for a party in order for it to even in order for you to actually vote in it. Otherwise, you got to wait for the general.
That's correct. They do not allow for an independent voter to vote unless they declare a party to vote in the primary, and then they can switch back.
That's just totally wrong. No, it seems to me that you should be able to vote even in the primary elections. But to have to make that party commitment, then you can switch back to independent on the general. So you can do all this back and forth. I mean, that just sounds backwards from Jump Street.
Mhm. Too much work.
That's too much work. I agree with you. That's just way too much work to be trying to do that. Now, the other thing that I saw in the news that was really interesting, and I was wondering what and this came up in our family conversation, particularly with my brother coming back home and everything, is apparently there's a movement to try to bust up Facebook. So people are like thinking that it's time for us to do that kind of, like they did with bail, bail phones, and like they've done with utilities and things of that nature. But there's apparently some folks that are really wanting to bust up Facebook in one form or another. So I was wondering if you've heard about this and what your thoughts are on that. And do you think that Facebook is getting too big for its britches and needs to be broken up, or are you one of those people that subscribe to the notion of leave them alone?
I say leave them alone. Now, what they have been doing is for those who have put anything involving hate on their page, anything involving racism, they've been having their pages blocked. It is what it is. At one point, when Facebook first came out, they had, I remember getting videos of beheadings and stuff like that. And I was like, well, I don't really care about that, and I'm not interested in it. But at the same time, so they're locking down certain things that they will and they won't accept. Certain words have been flagged, so if you use them, you'll go into what they call Facebook jail, and they give you 7 days starting out. They start out with 3 days. You can't post, you can't comment. And then it goes up to 7 days and then 30 days. And if you keep doing the same thing, they eventually just eliminate your page, which they have the right to do. Everybody always is concerned about, they're getting too big. But before then, there were some social media sites like MySpace and, a couple of other ones. But it's not, you can't blame a company for growing at the rate that they did because people were interested in what they offered. So when you get to the point where you say, oh, well, it's fine when you can have something like that when you're only offering it to a small amount of the population. But now, you purchase Instagram, so you not only have Facebook, but now Facebook and Instagram are, interchangeable, where you can post something to Instagram which simultaneously posts on Facebook at the same time. They feel you're getting too big when people continue to create Facebook pages. It's a great way of communicating with individuals. I mean, people I went to high school and college with, that without this social media platform, we probably wouldn't get a chance to interact until homecoming, and that's if we both go. So it's been a great tool to reconnect with individuals that you haven't had contact with in a while, to make new connections, to make business connections, to network. So it's become an all-in-one type thing where you can actually do all of these things and in one spot. So you don't have to log into 6 or 7. You don't have to log into 6 or 7 different applications because it's all right there. Some people don't like it because probably they're mad because they didn't think of it first. And a lot of times I think that's where a lot of the hatred comes from, or whatever you want to call it. They're like, oh, well, we have to do something about this. But why? Is it because you're angry because you didn't think of this stuff? That's your fault. You know what I mean? We can't.
Yeah, you have to
shut them down.
Can't get mad. Exactly. They use their brain, came with the concept, and we're gonna get mad at them.
And
that's just crazy.
Simple-minded. it's a simple-minded way of thinking.